what you need to say. Say what you need to say. It's better to say too much than never to say what you need to say. Yeah.
Oh, hello everybody, it's another Wednesday, another walk and talk. Glad you could join me today. I just wanted to say really quickly, I passed 500 subscribers, which is amazing. And Zevo, who is also a really cool YouTuber, check him out. He was my 500th subscriber. I put him in my channel box. I kind of made that the reward for being my 500th subscriber. I just wanted to update you guys that everything is still great. I'm waiting for my green card in the mail. I actually talked to my attorney, Richard. I gotta say, you are an amazing dude, and you're an even more so amazing lawyer. If any of you guys need an immigration attorney for any reason at all, send me a message and I'll give you his information because he is truly the best. But let's go ahead and get to the questions and video response questions. Yeah. Okay. Alright, the first question for today comes from ItsJimC via video response. And the cool thing is, this is his first video response that he's ever made, so I feel honored that you made it for one of my walk and talks. And he asked,
here's my question for you, BelieveInFate. Do you know your ABCs backward? Try it. And time yourself.
Okay, so do I know my ABCs backwards and how long will it take me? I don't know how long it'll take me. I don't have my phone on me. I left it at home because it was dying, so I had to charge it. But, okay, let's give this a try. Starting now. ZYXWVUTSRQPONML KJIHGFEDCBA. I think that's right. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. But I think that's right, and I don't know how long that was. A couple seconds maybe? But there you go. But if I got it right, give me a thumbs up. And even if I didn't get it right, give me a thumbs up for effort. Okay. Next question, and the next question comes from my friend LG, or his channel, I Like Dog Chit. And actually I can't show you the video because technically it's not a video response. I mean, it is a response to the walk and talk, but he didn't make it a response. It's actually a private video, and the only reason I saw it was because he sent it to me in a message, and because it was private, I couldn't download it, so I can't really show you guys, but I'll just tell you what his question was. His question was, what was the fastest I've ever solved a Rubik's Cube? What's with the video response questions this week? Everything's about a timed something, but okay. The fastest I've ever timed myself solving a Rubik's Cube was between 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It was just luck that the Rubik's Cube just happened to be in this configuration that fit all the algorithms that I knew of, so it was just like a straight shot all the way to getting solved. So, well, that was pretty easy. Let's go ahead and get to the comment questions now, shall we? Wata! Okay, the first comment question comes from Howard, and he asked this on the I Subscribe forums. I'm sorry, Howard, that I didn't get to this until now, and I'm sorry I missed it, but here it is. What is the one quirk that your wife does that you love, but sets her apart from everybody else? Well, actually, Tiffany does a lot of quirks that I love. One of the things would be she imitates a cat every now and again. She'll meow, just at random. I think it's her subconscious. I think in a past life she was probably a cat or something. And she purrs, I'm not lying. She purrs when she's comfortable. Like when she's sleeping, she purrs. I hear her. And I don't know if it's just her throat or something, but that's what I hear. And hey, Froggy. But yeah, that's what she does, and I love it. I think it's cute. It definitely sets her apart. Even though I have a lot of, well, actually I have 1 or 2 other friends, close friends, that do the same thing, but I don't know, Tiffany's is just different. It's the one thing that doesn't get old. Even though sometimes I'm like, stop meowing and talk to me like a human being, but other times I just really, really like it. I think it's fun. But yeah, that would be it. Her cat-like attributes. And with that, we're gonna jump to the next question. Alright, the next question comes from Brian Dude at Home, and he said, do you think, I forgot exactly what the question was, do you think that spending an enormous amount of money on games is a good thing? And by that, I think if you read the comment, he means like developers spending a lot of money on a game's budget. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Honestly, to me, it depends on what the money's being put towards. If it's being put towards the development team to create new physics engines or game engines that will make the game run smoother, look very clear and crisp. If it's towards the actual game, I'm all for it because that's what it should be for. But when they make like a $50 million budget and over half of that is for advertising alone, then that's a different story. Unless they're already riding on a set game engine. Like when they make Modern Warfare 1, when they make Modern Warfare 2, it's the same engine, they just added some things. The basic engine was already there. So all they had to do was just hype it up that it's a sequel. But yeah, I'd have to say it depends on where the money goes to and what it's for. I would honestly move towards a game where I know the budget went towards the game's development over advertising, promotion, and stuff like that, because then you'll know that they really spent a lot of time and worked hard on the development rather than worrying about how much hype they're gonna get it. So yeah, that's my answer for that. And with that, we're gonna go to the next question for today. Alright you guys, the next question comes from my friend Nate, aka Jerg08, and he asked, if your life was a film, who would you have portray you? And the way I took this question is like, which actor would I choose to play the role of me in the movie that is my life? I honestly don't really know. Who would you guys choose? Keanu Reeves? Christopher Walken? Christian Bale? No, maybe not. What about Christopher Walken? Tiffany, please stop meowing. That's horrible. You need more cowbell. Yeah, that's still bad. Okay, Keanu Reeves. That's it. I'm gonna make a directorial response to that question and say, it depends. Because if I were to pick someone to play the role of me, I'd have to know them and be able to relate to them on a personal level before I can make a decision. But if I had to list a couple people who I'd want to speak with about playing me, I'd have to say probably Michael Cera, Leonardo DiCaprio, just because he's much better looking than I am. And I guess we kind of need a median between the two. Jason Mewes, yeah, those three. I would have those three on a panel to see which one would be best to portray me. That would be it. Or if you asked Kevin Smith who he thinks would make a really good actor to play me, he would say Ben Affleck, because he thinks Ben Affleck can do everything. I spent too much time on that question. Let's jump to the next one quickly. Okay, the next question comes from Master Gigalotus, one of my favorite subscribers. He asks, cats, dogs, lizards, or fish? Which would I rather have as a pet? Well, honestly, I go towards the dog because I've had a dog before and I really dearly miss Toby and I'd like to have another dog. But actually, there's another animal I would love to have as a pet that isn't on that list, and that's turtles. I like turtles. Give me some zombie makeup. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
No, I really love turtles. Ever since I was a kid, I've really liked turtles. I think they're cute, especially the baby turtles. So yeah, like once I get a house and my office area set up, like right on the side of my office, I'm gonna have my turtle tank, and I think I'm gonna have 2 turtles in there. If I had to choose from that list, it'd have to be a dog, but if I had any animal I could choose from, it'd be a turtle. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next question for today. Okay, the next question is from Guilty67, and she asked, what is my favorite charity or cause of mine? And there's actually 3. 2 of them I know well. One of them, you know, whenever I hear about it, I make donations and stuff. But ultimately, the one I don't know very well, I think is the National Leukemia Foundation. I don't know if that's even what it's called, but leukemia research is one of the things that I am fond of donating to. The other one is breast cancer awareness. I've made lots of donations to that. I heart boobies. I actually have a wristband that says that, which is funny, but I couldn't wear it at work anymore. The third one that I like to make donations to is actually founded by Linkin Park, and it's called Music for Relief, which is a really good cause. They helped out with the Haiti earthquake. They also do a lot of concerts to help raise awareness and take donations and stuff, so it's a really good charity or cause that I like to donate to and that I follow. So yeah, and thank you very much, Carrie, for the question. So let's go ahead and jump to the next one. Alright, the next question comes from Super Pigeon Master, and as funny as that name is, he actually asked a pretty deep question. He asked, if you could have created any one thing in the universe, what would you have wanted to been made by you? If we're gonna make it materials or objects, I wish I could have created the video camera. That would have been pretty cool. There's a lot of things I want to say I wish I made, but then when I think about it, in the long run, I don't want to, because it's caused a lot of stuff in our history. But I think the still camera, which later on evolved into the video camera, that would be what I would wish I created. I don't want to say the universe, I don't want to say the world, because I don't want to be God. It's too much of a responsibility. But anyways, let's go to the next question, you guys. Now there's a plane. gosh, everything is just making noise today. Gosh. The next question comes from /77, and he wanted to know if I like old movies or new movies that are made, you know, today. And I think what he means by that is this generation. Honestly, I prefer old movies. I think like old movies like 1990, early 2000s, I like those better. Even the 1980s movies I like better because at that time they were more original. Yeah, they weren't so chock full of special effects and gimmicks and 3D and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I think 3D is cool. It's a good concept, but only if it's done right and it's not a gimmick. Like, there's a lot of movies that have 3D in them, but they're really unnecessary. It wasn't always about making money back then. And that's kind of how it was for everything, even music, especially music, where back then it was all about the music and making something that people can relate to, instead of now where it's just about making money and fame and fortune and all this other stuff that is really tainting the music and movie industry. So I'd have to say the older movies. I mean, come on, like who doesn't like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, E.T., the original Clerks? I love that movie. Grease, you know, those classic movies, you know, no one ever hates those, except for the kids these days where they're like, oh, it's old and whatever. Except for the other kids that look at it and you're like, oh, it's retro. But in any case, I hate to rant, but I'd have to say older movies for sure. I guess with that, we go to the final question, which was asked by one of my longtime favorite subscribers and friends. So let's go ahead and see what she had to say. All right, the last question comes from Oh Hi There Shauna. She asked, this is about my username. She asked me, do I really believe in fate? Or does it depend on the individual? No, there's no irony in my name. I don't have it because I don't believe in it. I do believe in fate, that things happen for a reason. Do I think it depends on the individual? I think it's 50-50. I mean, you could do all that you can to make something happen, but you know, it might not work out that way for you because maybe it's not meant to be. You never know. But the way I feel is you have to take control of your life to the best that you can. So if you want to make it in music, if you want to become a musical artist, go for it. Don't just sit on your ass expecting it's gonna fall in your lap. No, you have to work for it. But sometimes things will get in our way and keep us from getting there, and that's where I'm like, okay, this is telling me maybe this isn't for me. Now, I'm not saying that in a negative way, but there's just some times that you're gonna do your hardest to get somewhere, and something's gonna keep getting in your way. But it doesn't necessarily mean this isn't for you. It doesn't necessarily mean you gotta stop. It might just mean now's not the right time, or it might just mean you're going about it the wrong way. So, yeah, I think things happen for a reason. I do believe in fate, but at the same time, you have to take control of as much of your life as you can. So yeah, that's my answer to that. It is partially believing in fate, and it is partially believing in yourself. They both work hand in hand. And I guess with that, I'm gonna go hand in hand with this video camera and get to the end of this walk and talk. Let's go. All right, and that's pretty much it, you guys. I want to thank you for joining me on yet another beautiful walk and talk. I want to thank everybody who submitted their questions. I just wanted to give you guys a couple updates and info real quick. And a big thank you to everybody that made a submission to my contest. I'm going through these submissions as we speak. Well, not as we speak because I'm walking. I mean, I'm going through the submissions as soon as I get back, and I'm going to be sending them to our super secret judge to help pick out the top 3 winners. And aside from that, I did actually forget to give you guys a question of the week in the last walk and talk. I am so sorry, being out of town and I was in a rush, it kind of slipped my mind. But for this walk and talk, your question of the week is, do you believe in fate? Do you think that things happen for a reason? And please guys, don't forget to leave your questions for next week's walk and talk. Oh, and something special for you guys who are planning to make a video response for next week's video. If you're going to make a video response question, or if you're just gonna answer, do the alphabet backwards. At the very beginning of your video response, I want you to do the alphabet backwards and then commence with your answer and your question. I wanna see who submits a backwards alphabet video because I wanna compile them all together. I think that would be fun. But if nobody does it, that's cool too. I just wanna see if any of you guys are willing to try and make a video response doing the alphabet backwards. Don't forget to leave your questions below. And for you guys who haven't seen the vlog where we were in Orlando, I went through my court hearing just fine, and we went to Disney World afterwards. I'll put a link to that vlog at the end of this video. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with the usual, reminding you guys that you are the best subscribers and friends in the entire world. And as always, keep on vlogging.